Good morning, everybody, and my goodness, where in the world have you all been? What a year this has been. Oh, my goodness gracious. I am in the process of recuperating from losing a kidney. It was very unexpected. I thought I was having gallbladder problems. Went to the doctor. He did an MRI, and it was a mass on my kidney. So the kidney had to come out. So it's been a struggle, but I'm doing great. I've tinkered with books after about the second week back home from the hospital, and I've got 2 starter books started and a Grandma Wisdom book started, and then I finished this one that I had started before surgery. I've just had a terrible time staying focused, for one thing. This diet is for the birds. And pretty much, if it tastes good, you spit it out. You can't. There's so much. Oh, my goodness. But I'm just blessed and so thankful that it's turned out the way it has. Let's get going on this book, because I for some reason, since surgery, I'm having the craziest dreams. I'm not sleeping. My husband's not sleeping. I'll get up. He'll get up to check on me. I'll get sleepy and lay back down and doze off, and then he's wide awake. So he'll be getting up any minute, even though it's 5:30 in the morning. So I want to get going on this book as quick as I can. This book is sold, but and it was somebody that asked me during all this ordeal I've been going through. This started in August, and it kind of went pretty quick, but they got me in and out. I was supposed to stay 3 to 5 days and ended up having to stay 6. So, and it's been one thing and then another since then. But all good, all good. The cancer, there was no cancer. They thought there was. They were sure there was, but there was no cancer. So all I did was lose a kidney. And now I have to learn to live with this diet. But back to the book. I have those books started, and I'll try to be, we got Thanksgiving coming up, so I don't know. I might can get the 2 starter books done and out. And one is kind of grungy, pretty grungy, and the other one is grungy but not so grungy, and they have a lot of stuff in them, but they also have a lot of writing space, so they're really neat too. So this friend messaged me during all this ordeal, and she said, whatever you've got coming up next, I would like to have it. So I don't take special orders, custom orders. I just can't do that. I can't take the stress of that anymore, because I don't have that much time to work on books. This is a hobby for me. But I did tell her, yes, I would show her the first book and she could have first dibs at it. And that was months ago. That was before, I think that was before I even was diagnosed. So anyway, and then there's a couple others that have asked. But you can always ask to be put on, be notified and be given first or second dibs or whatever. But I don't take special orders. It is what it is, and that's the only way I can do this. Okay, let's get going on this book. This is about 5, the cover is about 5 or so by 3.5, but then as you can see, there's tons of hangover all the way around. I just absolutely love this book. There's lots in here that I'm not going to take apart and show, because I do have to hurry with this video, but I wanted to give you a peep, and I hadn't done a video in so long. Filled pockets. This is a filled bag, and both sides of the bag are done. And then there's just lots of really good inspirational stuff in there. This is just another little bag with some paper in it to write on. This is a great little poem right here. Gonna put this back on and move on. And can you see that okay? Yes, I think that's in the frame okay. Just, very grungy pages, thought-provoking quotes and things. That's what I like to do in my books. Love the bunnies. There's a couple of bunnies in here. There's going to be a lot of things in here that you're not even going to see in this video. But that's just something I'm learning to do. And I'm not even using gesso or anything. I'm just using Ceramcoat ivory. So I'll put that back on. And then, me and tissue paper. I love tissue paper, and I love stuff stuck down in the pages. This is a recipe book with just some real old recipes, crazy recipes in it. Wacky cake, socket chumi cake, do nothing cake, and then some paper to put your own recipes in if you want your own recipes in there. Love this page. just a lot of little doodads. I'm trying to learn to put some things down this side that will hang over. I got to get the hang of that a little bit better. Okay, and this is just a little boy sitting thinking, and then this says, I believe that we are who we choose to be. Nobody is going to come and save you. You've got to save yourself. Nobody is going to give you anything. You've got to go out and fight for it. Nobody knows what you want except you, and nobody will be as sorry as you if you don't get it. So don't give up on your dreams. Don't ever give up on your dreams. I'm 76, just turned 76 last week, and I'm always dreaming and planning and this and that. More tissue paper. This is another fill pocket with a lot of little quotes in it, and I tried to put a lot of quotes in it that I had never used before, because there are a few people that are collecting my books as they can catch them, and so I didn't want to have the same quotes, and there's some great ones in this right here. And I do have 2 more little booklets. Every page has inserts in it or something. Every page, there's one that goes there, but I haven't got it in there yet. I mean, it's ready, but I haven't. There's 2 little booklets, things that I'm going to put in here, and I was waiting to see if my friend did buy this book, because she's bought a couple, and I didn't want to put the same things in there that maybe she already had. I don't know. You know, if this is a gift or if she's going to keep it, but I wanted to have different things in here from the things that the 1 or 2 that she had bought before. So I do have 2 more inserts that go in here, and a little bit more for these 2 pockets, and then the book is done. I'm going to ship it out Thursday morning. We right now are only going to town once a week. We live way out in the country, so we're only going to town once a week, and he's still driving me. We go to the doctor Thursday, so I'll go by the post office and mail this. So I do have the other 2 coming up. I'll try to get, I don't know, I'm not going to even speculate. I'll get them out as soon as I can. I don't know if I can get them out before Thanksgiving, but they're going to be very, you know, just starter books, but they'll be very, very, very neat, very grungy, and I think you'll like them if you like grungy. Okay, going to get off of here. Thank you all for your prayers. I had so many people praying for me when I was in the hospital. In fact, let me tell this quick little story. I had my surgery on September 27th, and I got in my room at 1 o'clock. They hooked me up to all the machines, and of course, you know, after major abdominal surgery, you have pain. So I was doing okay. I have a high pain threshold, so I was doing okay. And they kept telling me to push the pain button, and I kept saying I don't want to use it unless I need it. So by about 6 or 7 o'clock at night, that night, I was in pretty bad pain, and I really needed pain medication. Thought I did. And so I kept pushing that button, and it wasn't helping. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to get some prayer warriors going on my pain here. So I messaged my sister and my daughter, and I said, post on Facebook and ask for prayer for pain relief and this nausea. It is just horrific, and this medicine is not helping. So they both posted, and in about an hour, surprised myself actually, and I'm a big prayer warrior and a big believer in prayer, but in about an hour I started feeling so much better. I mean, you know, I was still in a lot of pain, but oh, it had really decreased. And then in 2 hours I was doing pretty good. So you know, that and then I went on through the next day, and the doctor came in and he said, why aren't you pushing your pain button? You're using virtually no pain medication. And I said, I'm pushing it, but you know, I was pushing it yesterday, and it wasn't doing any good, and I see no reason in filling my body full of this crazy medication. It's just poison anyway, and if it isn't helping any. And he just shook his head and said, okay. So about 7 o'clock that night, an older nurse came in. We had had just very young nurses until then. And an older nurse came in at 7 o'clock that night, coming in on her shift. And she came in my room and she said, sweetheart, she said, why aren't you pushing your pain relief button? That will give you lots of pain relief. I said, no, I've been pushing it and it just isn't helping. She said, oh, no, there's something wrong, because that will give you great pain relief. So she got to looking at my machine, and it wasn't even hooked up right. I wasn't even getting pain medication. So the pain relief that I had had from about 8 o'clock that night, or 9 o'clock, until then was just from the power of prayer. So don't ever make light of the power of prayer. And if somebody needs prayer and they ask you to pray for them, I hope you will pray for them and pray earnestly and pray believing, because prayer works. Miracles happen for those who believe. So I've had a miracle in my life. They told me for 2 months that the tumor, the mass was cancer because it was so big and so dense it had to be. 2 doctors told me that. And then we just found out 2 weeks ago that the pathology had finally come back and it was not cancer. So, anyway, that's on that. I just wanted to tell you about the power of prayer and what happened to me on that incident. This book is sold, as I said in the beginning, and it will go out Thursday morning. And I've got some more in the works, and I'll try to have at least one starter book out maybe before the end of the week. I just don't know if I can do it or not. Okay, but there'll be some soon. Hang on there. Hang out. Hang on. Tongue-tied. I was tongue-tied before, now I'm really tongue-tied. Okay, talk to you soon. Love and hugs.